Our next speaker is Teri Murrison. Teri is a former Tuolumne County supervisor. In fact, she was Evan's predecessor. And she is also a small business owner, providing a variety of consulting services to local governments and communities. She works on natural resource issues and is presently helping establish a community conflict mediation center and improving the broadband service in a 5-county region of the Sierra Nevada. Trained in community and faith-based mediation and facilitation and mediating effective environmental agreements, Teri holds a master's degree in negotiation and conflict resolution. She was raised on a sheep ranch in Northern California and enjoys living in rural California with her husband, their daughter, 4 horses, and 3 dogs. She blogs at terimurrison.com and is on Facebook and Twitter. Teri?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Greg. As is the case with many of you, Greg is responsible for me being here. We worked early on some broadband issues, and when I ran for office, I forget which office it was, he said, you know what, Obama's really doing some really interesting things with social media, and we ought to get you hooked up with that. And so he pulled me in. And it was the best thing that happened to me because I am a compulsive communicator. Those of you who are on my blog list know that I put out a lot of words. BZ, I need to figure out how to reduce my words. Maybe you can help me with that. But I'm pleased to be here. It's nice to see Evan here and all of you, certainly. First thing first, though, I'll do a little demonstration and get some information that I need. How many of you turned off your cell phones? Ooh, okay. Well, I turned mine off, and so when I was looking for my purse and it wasn't there, I couldn't text Carrie and ask her to look on the seat next to her and see if I left my purse there. Do you see it there, Carrie? Is it hung on? Yeah, okay, good. I know where it is, and all of you do too. Thank you. So that's a really good illustration. If I had been using my cell phone, I could have quietly texted Carrie and gotten the same result. So in many ways, social media is a great tool. So there's a saying that says, wherever you go, there you are. I like that. Now with social media, we're there too. And I like that. Because I'm a compulsive communicator, I like connections to people. And social media allows me to be as connected as I need to be as a politician, as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter. And it's a great tool for me. So, you know, Tip O'Neill said that all politics is local many years ago. But, you know, now all politics is also global. I have about 1,400 friends on Facebook, which is a relatively small number for a politician. But I am daily in contact with friends from South America. I'm daily in contact with friends in Twain Harte. Everything I write is seen all over the world by people who have maybe thought there was something they wanted to connect with me about, and they have become my friend, or they have monitored my tweets. So it's a great tool for a communicator, but especially for a politician. With traditional media, the media frames your message, and it may or may not be the message that you would like to have framed. I've certainly had my share of messages of which I had no control over. I like social media because it allows me to communicate what I believe is important to me and what I believe is important to you. When I first ran for office in 2006, I went to every community meeting, I went to every festival, and I took a flip chart. And I wrote on it what's important to me in District 3. And I had people come and write issues down, potholes and crime and things like that, and then they would make a mark. People like to have their viewpoints recorded, and that's the way I did it. But now I can do polling online, I can get responses from people. social media allows us to connect with a lot of people that previously were unreachable. But it's not a panacea, not yet. I think there's still no substitute for the personal connection. So in the first campaign, I was much more personal and out there. In my second campaign, I ran for the state assembly. I was able to cover 5 counties with tweets and blogs and all kinds of electronic communications. But that was not a substitute for the personal connection. So I think that politicians are going to have to maintain the traditional while reaching out into new media as it becomes available. We have statewide political bloggers now that give us up-to-date information about what a legislator said, what they did, what their intents are. The amount of information that's out there via social media is just incredible. And if you are a communicator and if you are someone who likes to have that input and output, it's just, you could spend all your time doing it, and frankly, sometimes I fall in, and it's difficult to break myself away. But, wow, 4 minutes left. This is going much quicker than I thought it would. So, the advantages are framing your own message, getting your own story out, correcting some messages that may be off or in error. It's also a platform to provoke people to think, and sometimes to provoke controversy to make them think and provoke them to action. So political people, I think, are going to be increasingly using social media. In fact, you can see there's a cycle. When the election cycle goes, there are many more political tweets, many more YouTube videos, all those things that are designed to get you out into the ballot box. I like to see politicians carry that over and keep me informed in the off year too. Ultimately, though, it is about connections, and wherever we go now, there we all are. And I think that's a wonderful thing. If you don't want to hear when I'm in Chowchilla, you don't have to read it. If you want to know what I'm doing, you can see where I was. From Chowchilla to Chile on a daily basis, a political person, a socially connected person can be in contact, and it's really a great thing. Let me tell you finally, my daughter is getting married on July 2nd, and I've been accused of being a grizzly bear mother. I have been accused of being a little intense about my mothering, but I feel wonderful about her marriage because, you know, she's on Facebook and she communicates all the time. And so I will know exactly where she and her husband are and what they're doing and what their milestones are and the things that make them happy and the things that frustrate them. And I love that. But I also don't have to read it if I don't want to. And so as a mother, as a politician, as a citizen of the planet, I love the way that social media connects me with each one of you. And wherever we all go, there we all will be. And I'm just thankful that Greg allowed me to move into this new area. And I am glad that you're all here. We started the broadband effort here, 5 years ago? And it's just really appropriate that it's here in District 3 that we're having the 140 Characters Conference. So thank you for coming, thank you for listening to me, and have a great day.